What if your greatest power wasn't what you owned, who you knew, or how loud you were, but in how little you needed? According to Machiavelli, the most dangerous person in any room is the one who needs nothing. No approval, no validation, no safety net. That person can't be bought, threatened, or broken. Machiavelli believed true power belonged to those who were untouchable, not because they dominated others, but because they mastered themselves. The less you need, the less you can be controlled. In this video, we'll explore why self-sufficiency is your strongest weapon, and how becoming the person who needs nothing makes you immune to manipulation, betrayal, and fear. The psychology of need. Why needy people are controlled. Neediness isn't just unattractive, it's dangerous. It places your control in someone else's hands. The moment you need someone's approval, affection, or resources to feel whole, you become a puppet. Machiavelli understood that people are manipulated through their desires. Eliminate the desire, eliminate the control. Needy people compromise values to stay accepted, overextend themselves to gain favor, accept disrespect to avoid being alone. Power belongs to those who can walk away without explanation, without fear, without loss. The illusion of security. Why the strongest aren't dependent. Most people chase security in money, relationships, careers, and status. But true Machiavellian thinkers understand anything that can be taken from you controls you. The person who is feared most is the one who isn't afraid to lose, not because they want loss, but because they've trained their mind to live beyond dependency. When you need nothing, you own yourself, and that ownership is terrifying to those who need to control you. Why detachment builds power. Machiavelli didn't preach emotionlessness. He preached strategic emotion. Detachment allows you to assess without reacting, to leave without burning, to love without losing self. A detached man or woman can say no without guilt, observe betrayal without collapsing, decide based on logic, not longing. Detachment doesn't mean numbness, it means clarity, and clarity makes you sovereign. How the world tests what you need. Every social dynamic is a test. Will you compromise for inclusion? Will you flatter to feel safe? Will you tolerate disrespect to avoid conflict? Those who control others, bosses, partners, manipulators, always program needs. If they find one, they'll use it. The one who needs nothing passes the test. They're the storm others prepare for. The financial Machiavelli. Freedom overflex. The financially needy person is enslaved. Machiavelli believed in the autonomy of the state, and the same goes for the individual. Wealth isn't the goal, independence is. The Machiavellian doesn't chase riches to impress. They build assets to escape control. Power isn't in spending, it's in refusing to beg. Social power. Why approval is a drug. Need for social approval is one of the strongest traps of modern life. Likes, praise, status. These are digital chains. The Machiavellian doesn't pose for claps. They move in silence. They influence without seeking credit. They're admired because they never chase admiration. Silence scares people more than selfies. Emotional control. How needing love makes you weak. Yes, love is beautiful, but needing love, requiring it to function, makes you vulnerable. Machiavelli believed in alliances, not addictions. Love, when shared between equals, strengthens. But love, when chased to fill a void, destroys. They fear the one who can love and leave. Strategic relationships. No need, just value. Don't form relationships based on need. Form them based on value. A Machiavellian chooses friends and lovers like a ruler chooses advisors. Do they challenge me? Do they respect my independence? Do they bring value, not just comfort? And when the value is gone, they exit. No drama, no delay. The power of silence and mystery. The one who needs nothing doesn't overshare. They don't beg to be understood. They let their presence speak, their results echo. Mystery creates tension. Silence makes people chase. Needy people fill the air with noise. Powerful people sit back and observe, letting others reveal themselves. Machiavelli knew, the quieter the mind, the louder the presence. Becoming that person, a Machiavellian guide. 1. Audit your needs. List what you feel dependent on. 2. Build self-reliance, financial, emotional, social. 3. Cut silent dependencies. Stop seeking praise, likes, reassurance. 4. Practice detachment. Meditate. Reflect. Pause before reacting. 5. Act with finality. Decide, don't ask. Walk, don't warn. You'll feel resistance. People will call you cold. But cold steel is sharper than soft emotion. How to train the mind to need less Machiavellian strength is mental conditioning. Delay gratification. Sit with discomfort. Watch who you become when denied what you want. Each time you resist a craving, you reclaim territory from the world's control. Why they fear you: the world doesn't fear the loudest. It fears the least predictable. The person who doesn't flinch at insults, doesn't beg for friendship, doesn't justify decisions. This person is free, and freedom is frightening to those in chains. Betrayal and the needless. You can't be betrayed if you don't need. A Machiavellian expects betrayal. They don't collapse when it comes. They observe, then adjust. If you don't rely on anyone's loyalty, you won't be shattered by its absence. You'll be 10 steps ahead. The art of walking away: the strongest man or woman is the one who can leave. Not out of spite, but out of sovereignty. You don't need to threaten. You don't need to explain. You simply walk. People remember those who leave without drama. They fear the silence that follows. Life on your terms: when you need nothing, you define. Your schedule, your energy, your standards. The world stops pushing you. It starts watching you. You don't react to it. It responds to you. Machiavelli's final truth: the untouchable soul, true power, Machiavelli believed, is influence without submission. The person who can't be seduced, controlled, flattered, guilt, or broken, that person becomes legend. Become that. Become unshakable. Become the one they can't figure out and fear to provoke. You are what you don't need. Strip away everything you think you need and see what remains. That's who you are. Strength begins when craving ends. The less you need, the more you see. The less you chase, the more you attract. The less you ask, the more you own. He who is highly esteemed is not easily conspired against. Niccolò Machiavelli. If this truth resonates, prove your independence. Like this video, share it with a fellow thinker. Subscribe for more Machiavellian and Stoic strength every day. Comment below, what's one thing you thought you needed that you now realize you don't? Stay silent. Stay sovereign. Stay feared.